students, in today's class we are going to discuss exercise 8b. As you know, we already discussed exercise 8a, which is based on the quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means the four-sided figure and the sum of all the angles is your 360 degree. Like quadrilateral has four angles. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D equal to 360 degree, and this property you already used in exercise 8a. Now to solve the questions of exercise 8b, we need certain theorem or certain property of a quadrilateral. Number one is, if the opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is considered as a parallelogram. Parallelogram also has four-sided figure. That's why it is called as a quadrilateral, but only when the opposite sides are equal, like this. If we have a four-sided figure and the opposite side, this is the opposite side, this 2 is equal, this 2 is equal, then this is called as a parallelogram. So this is the first theorem, or you can say first property. Now the second is your, a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if opposite angles are equal. It means if you write here A, B, C, D, so it has four angles. So if you consider this one as a quadrilateral with four angles, and if angle A is equal to angle C, angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D, then we can say as a ABCD is a parallelogram. This is the short form of parallelogram. So quadrilateral can be considered as a parallelogram if the opposite sides are equal. Number two, if the opposite angles are equal. Now, number third is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then quadrilateral is considered as a parallelogram. Diagonal, if you join AC and BD, so AC and BD is called as a diagonals, and if they intersect here at O, then also it is called as a parallelogram. Here OA is equal to OC, then OB is equal to OD. Next is, a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if its one pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel. So this one, opposite side, it means here AB is parallel to CD. If the two sides are parallel to each other, then that is considered as a parallelogram. Next, diagonals of a rectangle are the equal length. Now, rectangle is also a four-sided figure, so that is also a quadrilateral. So, in a rectangle, the diagonals of rectangles are always equal in length. So if you draw one rectangle with a four-sided figure, and if these two are the diagonals, then these diagonals are always have a equal length. If I write here A, B, C, D, so AC is always equal to BD. Next is your, the diagonals of a parallelogram are perpendicular, then it is a rhombus. So if the diagonals of a parallelogram are perpendicular to each other, then that is considered as a rhombus. So this is the figure of rhombus. Here these two diagonals are what? Perpendicular to each other. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are perpendicular to each other, then that is considered as a rhombus. And the last one, if in a parallelogram the diagonals are equal and perpendicular, then it is a square. Now again see, square is considered as a four-sided figure. So if in a parallelogram, in this parallelogram, the diagonals are equal and are perpendicular. These diagonals are equal and also perpendicular, then that is considered as a square. So what we have learned here, quadrilateral can be your parallelogram, can be your rectangle, it can be your rhombus. If the opposite sides are equal and the opposite angles are equal, then that is considered as a parallelogram. If the two sides are equal and the diagonals length are equal, then that is considered as a rectangle. If the diagonals are perpendicular, then that is considered as a rhombus. And if the diagonal length is same and also perpendicular to each other, then it is considered as a square. And also one more property we need, that consecutive angles of a parallelogram, the sum of, consecutive means what? Here angle A and angle B is your consecutive angle, and angle C and angle D is your consecutive angle. So sum of the consecutive angles are always 180 degree. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree, and angle C plus angle D is also equal to 180 degree. So these are the some properties, or you can say theorem, we are going to use to solve exercise 8b. So today I selected only 3 questions, question number 1, 2 and 3. So first see the first question. In a question number 1, a diagonal of a rectangle. Diagonal of a rectangle. So here you have to draw one rectangle. Let's draw one rectangle. Name it A, B, C, D. Incline to one side of the rectangle at 25 degree. Find the acute angle between the diagonals. So you have to draw the diagonal. So AC and BD is your two diagonals of a rectangle. So here what is given? What is given? A, B, C, D is a rectangle. And one of the angle is your inclined, and one of the diagonal, this, it may be this one, this one, this one. So I am taking this one. This is 25 degree and this one considered as a O. So what you have to find? So here you can also write ABCD is a rectangle and angle OAB is equal to 25 degree. Now to find the acute angles between the diagonals. So we know that which one is the acute angle? AOB, BOC, COD and DOA. So these all are your acute angles. So we have to find angle AOB, then angle BOC, angle COD and angle AOD. So we have to find these 4 angles. These are the 4 acute angles. So if you see here, we know that in a rectangle, diagonals are always equal. So here AC is equal to BD, and since O is intersecting the two diagonals, it means here we have OA is equal to OB. These two are equal. Now if the opposite sides are equal, then the opposite angles of a triangle is also equal. So if OA is equal to OB, it means this 25 degree and this here, it will form again 25 degree. If the opposite sides are equal, then the opposite angles are also equal. So OA equal to OB It means angle, since OA equal to OB, so angle OAB is equal to angle OBA, which is equal to 25 degree. Now if you got this as a 25 degree, can you find this angle AOB? Exactly, by considering a triangle. So in triangle AOB, angle OAB plus angle OBA plus angle AOB is equal to 180 degree. Put the values: 25 degree plus 25 degree plus angle AOB, which is equal to 180 degree. So angle AOB is equal to 180 degree minus, this is 25 plus 25, it will be 50 degree. So this one will be 0 and this one will be 3 and 1. So 130 degree. Now angle AOB, since angle AOB is equal to what? Yes, this one, angle COD, which is equal to 130 degree. This is vertically opposite angles. So we got two acute angles, that is your angle AOB and angle COD. Now if you see in the figure, BD is a straight line. Yes, BD is a straight line. If BD is a straight line, can we write angle COD plus angle BOC is equal to 180 degree? Yes, linear pair. So angle COD is your 130 degree plus angle BOC, which is equal to 180 degree. So angle BOC is equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree, which is equal to 0, and here it will be 550 degree. So since angle BOC is equal to angle AOD, is it? Which angle? Vertically opposite angles. So this is again 50 degree. So we can write vertically opposite angle. So therefore, what is our answer? Angle AOB equal to 130 degree. Angle BOC is equal to 50 degree. Angle COD is equal to 130 degree. And angle AOD is equal to 50 degree. So in this way we have to solve question number 1. Now see the question number 2. Question number 2 is your proof, that is, in a parallelogram ABCD, proof that sum of two consecutive angle is 180 degree. So to prove, okay, before to prove you write given. What is given here? We write ABCD is a parallelogram. So draw one parallelogram. This one, A, B, C, D. So to prove, now write to prove. What you have to prove? Consecutive angle. Angle A plus angle B. Angle A plus angle B equal to 180 degree. And angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Let's start the proof. Now to prove, what we know that in a parallelogram we know that since ABCD is a parallelogram, it means AB is parallel to CD. If AB is parallel to CD, we can write angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. This is number 1, this is number 2. So add 1 and 2, add 1 and 2, angle A plus angle B is equal to angle C plus angle D. It means angle A plus B is equal to angle C plus angle D. After that, we note at the property of a quadrilateral, that is sum of the angles in a quadrilateral, or now you can say parallelogram also, because quadrilateral and the quadrilateral, in case of quadrilateral and the parallelogram, sum of the angles will be your 360, because parallelogram is a special type of quadrilateral. So we can write, since angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. So now angle A plus angle B, write this one, angle A plus angle B. Now angle C plus angle D, you can write again angle A plus angle B, which is equal to 360 degree. Now this one will be twice angle A plus twice angle B, which is equal to 360 degree. Take the 2 as a common. Angle A plus angle B is equal to 360 degree. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 360 degree divided by 2, which is equal to angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. See, angle A plus angle B equal to 180 degree. Now make this one as a 3. So from equation 3, what you can write? From 3, angle C plus angle D is also equal to 180 degree. Hence proved. Why? Because sum of the angle C plus angle D is equal to angle A plus angle B. So you have to know this step. Angle A plus angle B is equal to angle C plus angle D. So in place of angle C plus angle D, we are writing what? Angle A plus angle B. After that, the simple calculation by taking 2 as a common. Now see the third question. In question number 3, first write down the given. In an angle of an parallelogram is 2/3. It means first you have to draw the parallelogram A, B, C, D. Now what is the given? In a parallelogram, 2/3 of its adjacent angle. So what are the adjacent angle? Angle A and angle B. So you can write as angle A is equal to 2/3. It means 2/3. 2/3 of its adjacent angle. 2/3 of its adjacent angle means, what is the adjacent angle of angle A? Adjacent angle of the angle A is which one? Angle B. And angle D or angle B is equal to 2/3 of angle D. Angle, these two, angle C is equal to 2/3 of angle D. This one. These two are the adjacent. These two is the adjacent. So angle C equal to 2/3 of angle D. And we know that in a parallelogram, angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. Opposite angles are also equal. Now, what is the property? Since angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to, yes, 360 degree. So angle A is equal to 2/3 of angle B. Make the angle B as the same. Angle C will be 2/3 of angle D plus angle D, which is equal to 360 degree. Now solve it. If you take the common angle B or take the LCM 3 and 1, what you will get? LCM 3. So 3 twice of angle B plus thrice of angle B plus, here if you take the LCM will be 3 twice of angle D plus thrice of angle D is equal to 360 degree. Solve it. 3 plus 2 will be 5 angle B by 3 plus 5 angle D by 3 is equal to 360 degree. Now here 5 angle B plus 5 angle D divided by what? This is common, will be your 3, which is equal to 360 degree. Now angle B is equal to what? Angle D. See here, angle B is equal to angle D. So we can write 5 of angle B plus 5 of angle B by 3, which is equal to 360 degree. So 5 plus 5 will be 10 of angle B by 3 is equal to 360 degree. Solve it. So I am rubbing here this question. Question number 1 I am rubbing and I am writing here. Just see carefully. So here what we get? 10 of angle B by 3, which is equal to 360 degree. So angle B is equal to, make 3 here, 360 degree into 3 by 10, cancel this 0, 0, 6 3s are 18, 3 3s are 9, 10. So 108 degree. So angle B is equal to 108 degree. Now you got angle B. Now by getting the angle B, can you write? Therefore angle A is equal to 2 by 3 of angle B, which is equal to 2 by 3 into 108. So cancel it. 3 1 are 3, 3 3 are 9, 3 6 are 18. So multiply 36 into 2. This one will be 72 degree. So we got this one, angle A and angle B. Angle A and angle B. Now angle C and angle D, in the same way you have to use this one. Now again you use here this part, angle again angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. We are doing again this part. Now 2 by 3, what we have substituted, angle A, and we have found the angle A and angle B. So this part, this one part, this 5, angle B and angle D, we are taking that as a equal, because angle B is equal to angle D. Now anyhow we have to find the angle D. So from angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D, you have to repeat the steps till here. So we got here 5 of angle B plus 5 of angle B by 3 D, sorry, is equal to 360 degree. Now here 5 of, in place of angle B you write angle D plus 5 of angle D by 3. So what we'll get here? 10 360 degree. So here 10 angle D by 3, which is equal to 360 degree. So this one will be 10 of angle D is equal to 36 degree into 3. So angle D is equal to 36 degree into 3 divided by 10. So 0 0 cancel. So this one will be 72 degree. So you can repeat the step, or you can use the property also, like angle B is equal to angle D. Since angle B is equal to angle D, therefore angle D is also equal to what? Angle D is also equal to 108 degree. So if you get 108 degree, now also since angle A is equal to angle C, therefore angle C is equal to, what we'll get? Angle C is also equal to angle A. What is the angle A? We get the 72 degree. So therefore, what are the angles we get here? Angle A is equal to 72 degree. Angle B is equal to 108 degree. Angle C equal to 72 degree, and angle D is equal to 108 degree. So better no need to repeat all the steps. You use direct property, that once you get the angle A equal to 72 degree, it means angle A is also equal to angle C. So angle C is also 72 degree. And once we get the angle B is equal to 108 degree, it means angle B and angle D are equal, because opposite angles are equal. So angle B and angle D are equal. So no need to do this long step. You can do this long step, you will get the same answer, but according to me, no need to repeat the steps. You just use the property of a parallelogram, that is opposite angles are equal, and from that you find the angles. Your work is, you do these 3 questions, question number 1, 2, 3 in your classwork copy, and question number 4 as a homework. Question number 4 as a homework. Thank you.